Apple cider vinegar does help with weight loss, but not for the reason anyone is telling you. It has been called a miracle tonic, a fat-burning secret, and a centuries-old remedy that modern science is only beginning to catch up with. Millions of people add it to their morning routine, their salad dressings, and their water bottles every single day in pursuit of a leaner, healthier body. And here is what is interesting. Many of them are getting results. Not because of magic, not because of marketing, but because of specific, measurable, biological mechanisms that most of the content surrounding apple cider vinegar never actually explains. Once you understand the real science behind why it works, you will stop using it randomly and start using it strategically. And that distinction is everything. The real mechanism. 1. Blood sugar regulation. The single most significant and scientifically supported reason apple cider vinegar contributes to weight loss has nothing to do with burning fat directly. It has everything to do with insulin. The active compound in apple cider vinegar is acetic acid. When consumed before or with a carbohydrate-containing meal, acetic acid interferes with the enzymes responsible for breaking down complex carbohydrates into simple sugars in the digestive tract. This slows the rate at which glucose enters the bloodstream, producing a measurably lower and more gradual blood sugar response after eating. The real mechanism. 2. Appetite suppression through gastric emptying. The second mechanism is one that almost no popular source discusses in sufficient depth, and it is arguably just as important as blood sugar regulation. Acetic acid slows gastric emptying, the rate at which food moves from your stomach into the small intestine. When food remains in your stomach longer, the physical sensation of fullness is extended. Hunger hormones, particularly ghrelin, which signals the brain to initiate eating, are suppressed for a longer period following a meal. The practical result is that people who consume apple cider vinegar before meals consistently report eating fewer calories at that meal and experiencing less hunger in the hours that follow, not because they are exercising extraordinary willpower, but because their physiology is generating a genuinely reduced hunger signal. The real mechanism. 3. Impact on fat storage at the cellular level. Beyond blood sugar and appetite, animal studies and emerging human research point to a third mechanism that operates at the cellular level: the direct influence of acetic acid on fat metabolism. Research conducted in this area has demonstrated reductions in visceral fat, the metabolically dangerous fat stored around internal organs, in subjects who consumed acetic acid consistently over an extended period. Visceral fat is specifically linked to elevated risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and metabolic syndrome. Its reduction represents a meaningful improvement in metabolic health that extends well beyond aesthetic outcomes. While human research in this area continues to develop, the mechanistic evidence is compelling, and it aligns with the real-world experiences of individuals who report consistent reductions in abdominal fat as one of the most noticeable effects of regular apple cider vinegar consumption. How to use it correctly. Understanding the mechanisms is only valuable if the application is correct. And most people are using apple cider vinegar in ways that significantly reduce its effectiveness, or in some cases, cause unnecessary harm. Never consume apple cider vinegar undiluted. Its acidity is sufficient to erode tooth enamel and irritate the esophageal lining when taken straight. Always dilute it adequately and consider drinking through a straw to minimize contact with tooth surfaces. What it cannot do. Intellectual honesty requires acknowledging what apple cider vinegar cannot do, because the gap between what it is and what it is often marketed as is significant. Apple cider vinegar is not a fat burner in the direct, thermogenic sense. It does not significantly increase metabolic rate or cause the body to dramatically increase its caloric expenditure. It will not compensate for a diet built primarily on processed food, excess sugar, and refined carbohydrates. And it will not produce meaningful results when used inconsistently or without the broader context of a health-conscious lifestyle.